Well, hello and welcome to all of our viewers here today. I'm Fiona Langsharp, IBCLC Director of Communications and MC here at Gold Learning. It's so good to have all of you here today. We're talking about our newest symposium coming up. It's coming up real soon, October 25 and 26. Now that is if you can come and join us live, which of course we always love to have you come and be with us because we're going to have some amazing speakers, including TaNefer Camara, who's here with us today. As you can see on your screen, we're going to be talking to her in just a moment. But you can go to the website right now at goldlearning.com and look for this symposium called Latest in Lactation, and you'll see all the dates and times. It's going to be covered over 2 days. And of course, depending on your time zone, etc., you will need to go onto the website and check out all the details. But we hope that you can come and join us for that live event. Well, welcome to TaNefer. It's so good to have you here today. Thank you for joining us. We've had the last couple of days, we've been working with you, and it's been great to catch up and all the things that you're going to be sharing. And I'm humbled, to see what you're going to be sharing on. I'm just going to read your title so people know what you're sharing about. Okay. So meet them where they are, applying a multidisciplinary, equitable, and sustainable approach to breastfeeding and lactation practice and promotion. That is a huge topic, TaNefer. I know that you'll do it justice. But first of all, why don't you go ahead, introduce yourself, tell folks where you are in the world.
Well, thank you so much, Fiona. So my name is TaNefer Lumukanda Camara. I am an IBCLC in Oakland, California. So I'm in the Bay Area. And I'm super excited to share my knowledge and experience with you all. And really what this is all about is really finding the outliers, finding those folks that we're missing, and really just closing the gap in the breastfeeding disparities. So.
Well, that is, I know it's going to be wonderful because, of course, I've had inside scoop into seeing what's coming up. But, tell me a little bit about your background, because I know that you've been working in this field for quite some time. But what are some of the things that you have discovered in your time of growth while you've been working in this area?
Yes. So my background is actually in psychology and in community and family advocacy. So that's where I kind of started my career. And when I got into lactation, I just took some of the things that I learned there with me. So really the advocacy piece of how to advocate for families who really need it. How to connect families with resources that they need. And then also how to help families to set goals and create a plan and actually be able to navigate the system.
Oh,
So
wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, it just sounds like, well, first of all, I can see, and I know a little bit about what you do in the community, which is just amazing. Everyone can go to the website and check it out online, of course, all the things that you do. Tell me a little bit about, tell me a little bit about the video, because I think some people will recognize you right away from Teach Me How to Breastfeed, TaNefer.
Yes. So it's been almost 10 years since I wrote that song, Teach Me How to Breastfeed. And going on 9 years since the video was released. And really, I was inspired by the families that I was working with in the community. I got started in lactation. I was a WIC peer counselor and teaching the breastfeeding classes there at WIC. And really it came from the people. It came from listening to what they wanted and just responding with, okay, you want concise information that doesn't take, half your day to explain. And here you go, a 3-minute song the information you need to get started with breastfeeding, and it leaves you wanting more and also feeling good about what you're doing, like just taking some of the stress away from breastfeeding. And so I was inspired by the community that I serve.
I love it. And if for those folks that know about this video, you already know you're probably exploding on your screen or, watching this already saying, yes, it's such a fabulous video. And if you haven't seen it yet, well, the good news is you're going to see it because we're going to play it at the event. And you're going to hear more of the backstory and what and how it came about, right, TaNefer, which is just
Absolutely.
phenomenal. It's a great story. And not only the story, but just what has happened since then. And yeah, so I know you're really excited to share that. And I was equally as excited, to hear you talk about it as well. Okay, let's jump into talking about the topic a little bit more, because this is a big topic. I mean, even the title, I know it's quite explanatory in terms of what it is, but I mean, I know that we only are privileged to get an hour of your time, but tell me, what is give us a little bit of the inside scoop on what you want to touch on in this presentation.
Okay. So one of the things that I want to touch on is really looking at who are our allies in lactation. What other professions or disciplines need to understand the importance of breastfeeding and supporting families to meet those goals. So we'll talk a little bit about like what are some of the issues and what are some of the barriers, and then and I'll show you some examples of systems or disciplines that don't really understand just how important the breastfeeding or lactating relationship is between a parent and a baby, and why we need these folks to understand that we can actually work together.
Mm. Even you saying that question out loud, who are our allies? Who do we need to engage with? Who do we need there? It's such an important topic. This is a conversation I know that a lot of people want to be engaging on. We all should be talking about this because we all should be forthright in our work. We need to move this profession forward. We've had enough barriers already, and so, yeah, this is definitely, I mean, I'm going to invite everybody who's going to be attending this event. And those of you who are on the fence about registering yet or not, this is your opportunity. Listen to what TaNefer is saying, and let's get together. Well, that's going to be a good collaborative conversation, I think, for everyone, right, TaNefer?
Absolutely. It's a conversation that needs to happen often. It's a conversation
Right.
that should have happened long ago, but it's not
Mhm.
too late because we're here.
That's right.
And this is where we are. And that's what I'm talking about. It's just meeting folks where they are and starting where we are right now.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
and
I
there's
love
so
that.
many things happening in the world today that command us to refocus our efforts
Mhm.
and really strategize a way forward if we want to continue to move the needle and meet the goals in getting babies breastfed.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm so glad that you said that too, that it's not too late. And if you've heard this conversation before, well, it's a conversation that just needs to keep happening. This is not a beginning and an end, I feel, right? Like that's what I've been learning from you already, your wise words and all the things that we've been talking about, that there's not a beginning and an end to this story. It needs to continue on a regular basis, and we're all responsible in part of making sure that it happens.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's going to be wonderful. Well, thank you so much. I feel like this time together has just flown by so
Yes.
quickly, but there will be more opportunity for you, our viewers, with myself and TaNefer at the event, of course, and we will look forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much for
You're
sitting down with me
welcome.
today and chatting.
Yes.
And we'll look forward to seeing you live at the event. And of course, everybody can go to the website right now at goldlearning.com. You can read up on all the fabulous presenters that we have, including TaNefer, who's going to be with us. And we'll look forward to seeing everybody online. Thank you so much once again. Have a
You're
wonderful rest of your
welcome.
day, everyone. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you.